Drowning Victim Rescue. Once you have entered the water, approach the victim from behind using the modified front crawl or modified breaststroke. Secure the victim by placing your arms in a hooking motion under the victim's armpits. Position the victim on the rescue tube by slightly leaning their upper body onto the tube for flotation. Make sure to secure the victim by grasping onto their shoulders. Using strong circular kicking motions, move the victim to safety. It may take a second to gain momentum before you start moving with the victim. If the victim is able to kick, they may assist you in reaching the edge or shallow area. If the victim is conscious, make sure to communicate to them that you are the lifeguard and you're there to help. As you reach the edge, do a spinning rotation so that the secondary lifeguard may assist in assessing the victim's condition. Unresponsive Victim Rescue. Approach of an unresponsive victim has many of the same steps and maneuvers as the drowning victim, but in this case, we have to make sure to better secure the victim's head and neck. Unlike the drowning victim, unresponsive victims will possess no muscular strength or control in their neck, and therefore will not pull their head out of the water. In securing an unresponsive victim, approach from the side and slightly lean the victim's head backwards to one side so that it may rest on the opposite side of the lifeguard. Repeat the spinning rotation once you reach the edge so that the secondary lifeguard may secure the victim by grasping their wrists, guard's right hand to victim's right wrist, and left hand to left wrist. Removal. Once the unresponsive victim has been secured at the edge of the pool, the lifeguard team must execute the removal phase. 2 lifeguards are required for this rescue. First, the primary lifeguard will exit the pool to retrieve the strapless backboard once the victim has been secured at the edge. Next, the primary lifeguard will bring the backboard to the water's edge. The secondary lifeguard will indicate whether the board should be placed to the left side or right side of the victim. If the secondary lifeguard's left hand is on top, the board is placed to the left. If the right hand is on top, the board goes to the right. Once the secondary lifeguard has indicated which side, the primary lifeguard will ease the board into the water, feet end or narrow end first, making sure to put the board in straight up and down so that it does not float or shift. The board should be placed so that the victim's head matches up with the top of the board. Next, the secondary lifeguard will rotate the victim by uncrossing their arms so that the victim is positioned on the board. The lifeguard on the left side of the board will grab the left arm and left side holder, and the lifeguard on the right will grab the right arm and the right side holder. Once both lifeguards have indicated that they have secured the victim, slowly ease them out about a foot to make sure they are securely on the board. Once the victim's body drops on the board, slowly remove them from the water. Initial assessment. Once an unresponsive victim has been removed from the water, an initial assessment of their condition must be conducted. Lifeguards must check the airway, breathing, and circulation of the victim, giving specific care such as rescue breathing or CPR as needed. Remember to always use protective barriers such as latex gloves and breathing barriers. Escapes. If a lifeguard finds him or herself in a situation where a victim has grabbed onto them for flotation, it is important to stay calm. If possible, give the victim the rescue tube and tow them to the nearest edge or shallow area. If it's not possible to simply give them the rescue tube and they are actively latched on, follow these escape steps. Step 1. Take a deep breath and submerge underwater. Often, once air is taken out of the equation, the victim will quickly let go and return to the surface. If this does not occur, grab closest to the victim's elbows as possible and try and force them up and over your head. Step 2. Swim a safe distance from the victim. Regain your rescue tube and reassess the situation. If it is possible to simply use a tube extension, do so and tow the victim to the edge. If this is not possible, retry the rescue, always coming from behind the victim and reassuring them verbally when possible. If the victim has latched on to another patron, multiple lifeguards should be used for the rescue. Simply secure the larger of the 2 victims and with assistance tow them to safety.